Okay guys, so let's just get started. I already primed my eyes and I already drew my eyebrows just to save us a little bit of time. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a big fluffy brush, and you're also going to need a matte brown shadow. So it can be any matte brown shadow you want. It could be dark, it could be light. I prefer it to be a light matte brown shadow, just because I can use this look during the day, or I can even darken it up a little even more and make it a night look. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so take whatever brown shadow you want to take, but make sure it's matte, and a fluffy brush, and you're just going to swirl the product like all around the brush and make sure you got it on the brush really good. And I'm telling you, this is the easiest look you can do because you really just need this one really good fluffy brush to blend, and that's pretty much all you really need. So you're going to blend this all around the eye, even on the lid, but do not bring it high up towards the eyebrow. You want to keep it, like, I would say, around this area. Okay, and you're blending in circular motions. The great thing about this look is that you don't have to be very precise. You can be kind of messy with it, and it's okay because it's all just literally one color. So from inner corner to outer corner, from lid to crease, it's all one color. Just blend it out very nicely. Okay, you can see I'm doing circular motions in order to blend all around. See that here? You can even do windshield wiper motions. And if you're a blending freak like I am, and you feel like that's not blended enough for you, get another blending brush with no product on it and just go in and blend a little bit more if you want to. That's not a necessary step, that is just if you want to. Um, and also if you want to, you can add like a cream color, or like a, I wouldn't put a shimmer. I really wouldn't. I would put more like a matte vanilla color right here under your brows, just to give, your brows a little lift. Just right there, like a little vanilla color right there. No big deal. Again, that's optional. And you're gonna take the same blending brush or blending brush, or that one that you have with a product, and just blend over that, just so that there's no harsh lines. Okay. And I'm gonna go back and do the other end. I'll be right back. Once you're done with this, you're gonna go in with your liquid eyeliner. Now, this is personal preference. I prefer liquid eyeliner. You can do gel, you can do pencil, whatever you want. You can make the line thin. Again, personal preference. I prefer liquid eyeliner, and to be honest, I always like intend to do like a sort of thin to medium line, but sometimes, it gets a little out of hand with like one layer and then two layers and then three layers, and then it's like, oh. So then it's like thick eyeliner, and I'm just like, well, whatever, we'll just work with it. So let's just see what we come up with today. I'm sorry if I'm looking over there because my mirror is over there. So Well, there we go. That's not so bad, right? You know, sometimes ladies we get a little out of hand with that eyeliner, but I mean, hey, I can rock it. So I'm gonna go and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I applied my liquid eyeliner. As you can see, it kind of went a little on the thick side, but you know what? That's okay. Next step is to apply your false lashes. I always apply a thin coat of mascara before I apply my lashes. That's just me, personal preference again. But I just suggest this because afterwards it'll be able to blend better with your false lashes. And then that way you don't have to put mascara on your false lashes. But if you want to, you know, you could. Yeah, you do that too. And I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. You can't tell because the letters are all scribbled off, but that's what I'm using. This is like my holy grail mascara. The only one I use. Just a thin layer. That's all you need. Nothing crazy. Okay. Now let me go apply my false lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on. And while the glue is like really drying on there, let's go to the face, okay? First you want to put a primer. I want to use the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. It's very silicone based, which I do like that for my primers because I don't know. I just feel like it gives my face like a nice smooth um, surface to work on, and supposedly it blurs your pores. I really don't have too much of a pore problem to begin with, so I don't really care. I just really like the silicone in this because it makes my face feel really, really soft. Um, and you see I'm pushing it into my skin, not just rubbing it. I'm really pushing it in like my T zone area where I get a little oily, just like right here. Okay. Now let's go into foundation. Okay, the foundation that I've been loving recently is the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder. It's like, oh, love it because it's like very, very liquidy when you first put it on, but once you put it on your face, it like turns into a powder. You know, I'm in the color, Natural Buff, number 318. Um, I feel like it's like a perfect fit for me. So yeah, gave the bottle a little shake, and I put very like much product as I can, like a little bit, and I get a flat top brush, and I just pat it in there, and I buff it into my skin in circular motions, and I work on one side at a time. Bring it down my neck. Okay, get a little bit more product, and work on my left side. If you need to pour a little bit more product, do so. I like pretty full coverage on my face, so don't forget to bring it down your neck, and don't forget your forehead. Look how easy that was. Simple. Now, it's kind of picking up on the camera a little white for me, but I promise you, I think it's just the lighting. This is a really, really good match for me. So now let's move on to concealer. The concealer I've been using lately is a CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, and I'm in the color Fair. To be honest, I don't really care too much for this concealer. I like the Maybelline Fit Me concealer better, but this is just what I'm working with right now. So let's go with it. So I go on the inner corner and I bring it down towards the nose and I bring it back here to kind of, it helps me clean up the eyeshadow, and I bring all this back, kind of like in a triangle shape, okay? Now this looks like a lot of concealer, but notice I didn't go back and dip into my concealer. This is just from one dip, and I spread it around, okay? So dip once, put it in there, bring it down, bring it back. Some people say this is like a ridiculous amount of concealer, but like I say, personal preference, people. I like my concealer. And then you can blend with your fingers. I suggest this one or this one because they put the less pressure. Or if you have a beauty blender, you can use that too. Okay, so once I blend all my concealer away, I take a loose powder. This one is by Maybelline and it's in the color 01 Light. It's the packaging. It's just a loose powder foundation, whatever you want to call it. Um, and it's like almost like a yellowish color or the color of my skin. And I like to take a brush like this and just set my under eyes because if I don't, it will crease. I got the most creasiest under eyes ever. So I just like to go in and set. You really don't need a lot. I mean, really tiniest bit. You can go in and set under. This will prevent creasing and make you look flawless underneath your eyes. Okay, then you can go in with another brush. You can set your face if you want to. You don't have to because this foundation technically turns into a powder, but I just like to set my face too, just so it will last me longer. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Now let's get into the fun stuff, the highlighting. I like to use this 6 color palette from BH Cosmetics, and I like to use these 2 colors right here. This is like a banana color and this white color right here. And I just take that same brush and I like dip it into both these, and I pack this under as well because, well, it brightens under there very well. Okay. And you're pushing the product into your skin, you're not sweeping. So you can take this down other places. I'm pretty much done. Now I like to go in with my bronzer. This is the NYC Sunny Bronzer, and I'm gonna bronze my face. You bronze your face any way you want to. Give myself a little bit of a bronzy glow, even though it's matte. I'm making such attractive faces. Don't forget to bring it down the neck, people. Bring it down the neck. And bring some, wherever you want to look all nice and bronzy. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with my favorite blush. Let's just talk English. It's Milani Luminoso. I love this color because it's such a pretty bronzy, like it gives me a pretty peachy bronzy glow. So I'm just getting a blush brush and I'm getting the product all up in there and just bringing it on the apples of the cheek and I'm bringing it back. Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Gives me a little glow. Okay. Now you can leave the eyes. I want to go back to the eyes, right? I'm so out of order. But I'll go back to the eyes now. You can totally leave it like this. It's just totally cool, go out. It's so good for like a daytime look. But if you want to turn it into a nighttime look and even make it like a little smoky and a little sexy, I'm gonna show you how to do that, okay? Just grab a regular black eyeliner and you're gonna line your waterline and you're gonna bring it down towards the lash line as well. So you gonna line that bottom line, if that makes sense. Can you see how I brought that down? That's black. Okay. Now once you're done with that, you're going to use that same brown color that you had and you're going to get a smudger brush like, let me find it, like this one. It's a little smudger brush. Okay, you're going to go in with that same brown you had. And you're just going to smudge it under, kind of smudge it with the black and under, just really smoke it out. Volume. That made a difference, didn't it? Okay, now add a little mascara on the bottom lashes. And you're pretty much done. Now just pick out whatever lip color. I prefer like a nudie color to go with this look. So I'm gonna use matte naked from Milani on my lips. I'm not gonna line them. Slap that on there. And then I'm gonna take NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu. Put all that on top. Okay. This is the final look, you guys. As you can see, it turned from like a day look to a night look. Really good for green eyes. And, well, this is my day-to-day look. This is what I go to when I'm, especially when I'm in a rush and I don't want to like spend 10-20 minutes on doing eyeshadow, or when when I really don't know what I'm going to wear. I do this look when I don't know where I'm really going. I do this look, I just do this look whenever I want to, because it's so suitable for any occasion, really, because it's so neutral, and you can really make it work for anything. So, yeah, thanks guys for watching. And if you really like this, please subscribe and let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. And yeah, I think that's about it. All right, guys, thank you. Mwah. Love you. Bye.